One area in counseling that I don't feel competent is collecting data. I think that's one of the things that kind of just automatically scares me a bit. That's why the research class was very difficult. And I actually did really well in that class. I think it's just thinking about working with numbers and research and the median and the average and statistics that just right off the bat just intimidates me. And so that's something I'd like to get a little bit more experience with. I've been able to work through the library and collect different kinds of journals, qualitative, quantitative. And so understanding that, I think, is gotten a lot easier. The class, even though I dreaded it, it really helped me a lot. And so I think that's something that's helped me, but something that I think I'm going to do to gain competency is to hopefully just jump in and do some research and figure out how to collect data, or what's the best way to collect data. When we do our needs assessments, we're going to have to do some of that. And I think that's something that kind of sounds fun. I think it all sounds fun once you think about doing it with a team and actually being a counselor and trying to find out what's needed, and then coming up with some really great ways of filling those needs and taking care of those needs. That always sounds fun. As far as academic, vocational, and social emotional, I don't know if that's what this was referring to, but I feel pretty confident in those. I've worked with students in a counselor role, and so I dealt with social emotional a lot because they were all in a group home. They were either probation teenage girls or girls that were DCFS, so they were taken away from their families. And so I dealt a lot with the social emotional. That was my main responsibility. But I also did college and career stuff with them. I also did academics. Maybe academics is something I need a little bit of a refresher on, just because the administrative assistant did most of that. But those are some things that I think I can learn a little bit more about. I'm always looking at the ASCA webinars and the stuff they promote on Facebook. So eventually I'd like to be a part of that so I can take advantage of those things. I'm a lifelong learner, so I really like learning. I'm just a big nerd when it comes to that. And so especially when it comes down to my profession, it's something that I really, really love. I don't mind learning about it. That's why I think the research class ended up being not so bad. Just dreaded it a bit, but I learned a lot from that class. So that's an area I think I can still learn more